always said a bank isn't a place to lock up money. It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent.
Limestone Canyon.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Dakota Antler is the biggest antler buyer in our region. Tony and Derek pay cash all year long for antlers and horns. Deer, elk, moose, and sheep can be cash in your pocket. They'll come to you, too. Find them on Dakota Antlers LLC or online at dakotaantlers.com. You can also give them a call to set up an appointment. Call Derek at 605-360-3749 or Tony at 605-730-0108. Dakota Antler, a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
No need to be afraid of all those upcoming holiday expenses. Oahe Federal Credit Union's holiday loan special is back. Borrow up to $1,500 for 12 months at 7% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where we treat you like you own the place, because you do.
People helping people. Oahe Federal Credit Union.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pite Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us, American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Fort Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Buffaloes!
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Are you searching for an epic career in the healthcare field? Look no further. You can get a practical nursing degree from Lake Area Technical College right here at Capital City Campus in Pierce, South Dakota. It's close to home, affordable, hands-on learning, and relevant training, outstanding job placement with an excellent return on your investment, and one of the best nursing programs available in the region. For more information on how you can launch your healthcare career, go to lakeareatech.edu or capitalcitycampus.org.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the Central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit capitalcityfordtoyota.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Grossenberg Implement realizes it's been a dry year and wants everyone to be safe out there this year during the harvest season. So this week, Grossenberg Implement is offering a 10% discount on fire extinguishers during Fire Prevention Week. Get one for the house, farm, grain bins, vehicles, or even your John Deere equipment. Just ask any one of Grossenberg Implement's parts staff for more information in any of their locations. Grossenberg Implement
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan
Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
Office Division of Consumer Protection. Remember, you can watch this game. It's brought to you by Bauman Lumber, the KGFX page at drgnews.com, and the DRG News app. Stanley County, one more time this season, wearing the home mainly purple tops with white numerals and letters in gold trim. The gold and white piping on the shoulders. Gold pants, the white helmet with the Buffalo logo. Faith wears white tops with black numerals and letters in red trim. Black and red are their, not red, really orange, burnt orange. They are the Longhorns, after all, like another bunch of Longhorns some people know, except they don't wear all burnt orange. Anyway, black pants with orange and white piping on those pants and solid black helmets for the Faith Longhorns. Coin toss is taking place, and we'll see who has the football first. And Faith is a team, again, as we said with Max Foth, they're going to want to run the ball pass the ball every now and again, but they're just going to try to come straight at you with a running game, which, of course, Stanley County would like to establish. Again, it worked so well, again, for the Buffaloes last week. Now, Faith won the toss, and they defer the option to the second half, and Stanley County has chosen to receive the football. Yeah, that rushing number up to 158 yards a game for Stanley County. Total offense averaging 256 through 7 games. Will the interception number increase? It's a remarkable total now, as we have told you before, of 16. It'll be Stanley County to have the football first after the opening kickoff, which is just ahead and which is brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre. We'll hear from them and come back and get this one started in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
That's the Becky Potts of a State Farm pregame. We're ready to go here at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. A few minutes early, but no one's complaining again. Jaden Hayford will kick off for Faith. And standing back at their own 5, Chase Hansen and Barrett Schweitzer. We hope you enjoy the action. Again, we'll keep you updated on what's going on as we can with that Great Plains Lutheran game against Hitchcock-Tulare at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium in Brookings. Again, it's a Hitchcock-Tulare team that is unbeaten at 7-0. Great Plains Lutheran 3-4. But if they were to pull off an upset, that would upset the apple cart for someone. If they can't, then really would not be an issue for certainly Stanley County. We'll see how it shakes out for Kimball Whitelake, as they had fewer seed points with their win today since they defeated a winless team. Anyway, Stanley County can't be worried all that. They want to win and not have to make that any sort of an issue at all. Hayford's ready to kick. He puts the boot into it, and an end-over-end kick is taken at his 13-yard line by Chase Hansen. Cuts left at the 15 to the 20, trying to turn the corner. 25, he's outside to his 30, 35, and down near the 36. Pretty good return there by Chase Hansen. And
Hansen with the carry,
field position, not too bad. Brooks made the stop for
at their 37-yard
Stanley
line.
County, they'll mark it at the 37-yard line. So that's where the first drive for Stanley County will begin. Well, what if they get to a third and fourth down situations again? What if they get to a fourth down situation? Will they be aggressive like they were in that first drive in Lemon last week? We'll see. Brock Zabe leads him out, the junior quarterback. 1st and 10 from their 37. They're at the left hash with a wide side to the right. No wideouts in this formation. Now they shift and bring both Brady and Hansen to the right. Zabe in a pistol alone in the backfield. Brock at right end, 40, 43, 44-yard line. Good first down gain. Stanley County will take plenty of that
by Harper.
All night.
Gain of 7 on the play, brings up 2nd and 3.
To his 44 for a gain of 7. Jess Harper, the senior, made the tackle for the Faith Longhorns. If you get chunks like that on first down, you may not have to worry about the later down so much. 2nd and 3 from their 44. Looks at a 5-man front. Stretch handoff. Brady, left end, 45 midfield to the 40 of Faith, down the left sideline, inside the 30-yard line before he's brought down. Colton Brady over the 700-yard mark now with another big run.
Stanley County with the first down.
And it's a first down for Stanley County in Faith territory. Rylan Palmer made the stop. That's all the way to the 23-yard line for 33 yards for Colton Brady on his first carry of the game. Wanting another 100-yard game. From left to right goes Stanley County. 1st and 10. They're already at Faith's 23. Just over a minute into the game. Still no score. And from the high snap, it's a handoff to Hansen. Can't bring it around right end and is brought down for a loss. Well, teams have seemed to read that play. Matthew Gray did it that time. Chase to be able to bring it around and end, but Matthew Gray was waiting there that time. Now Hansen wide to the left. Wide side is to the right. Jackson Getty that way. Remember the big catch he made last week. 2nd and 12 Stanley County at Faith's 25. Man in motion. Zabe with a toss right. It's over behind Brady, who tried to make a one-handed catch but couldn't hang on to it. And that one is incomplete on Zabe's first passing attempt of the game. And here comes a third down situation for Stanley County. 3rd and 12 at Faith's 25. Still only at 31% for the year. They were 3 of 12 last week, but 4th down was where they made a lot of good things happen. It's 3rd down here. 3rd and 12, Faith's 25. Hansen a wide out to the right. Fake the handoff to Brady. Screen right is behind Schweitzer and incomplete. Some good pressure there as Lacey Nelson was
4th down for the Buffaloes.
Very quickly bothering Zabe. So it's 4th down, but in this end of the field, the offense will stay out there. 10:09 in the first quarter, no score. 4 for 4 last week, now at 50% for the season on 4th down of the Buffs, 11 of 22. They're 4th and 12 here at Faith's 25. Brady in motion from left to right, now 3 receivers that way. Brady in a slot, 2 wide. Snap to Zabe, he throws left. This one is caught and dropped and incomplete. It is going to be short of the first down anyway.
Zabe's pass intended for Hansen falls incomplete.
Hansen could not hang on.
Faith takes over
and
on
Faith
down.
will take over just under 2 minutes into the game
at their 25-yard
from their 25. So we'll see if Faith, as they like to do, has the ball control game working for them. Jess Harper will come under center. They're running out of the eye. Lacey Nelson is the fullback. Lanny Brooks is the tailback, and the hand is to Brooks at left guard. Zabe with a hand on him, but forward for about 4. No, excuse me, it is Matthew Gray with the carry.
Brought down by Zabe.
Gray's ahead for 4 to his 29. As we said with head coach Max Foth, look, these guys don't try to disguise anything. They're a run left, run right most of the time kind of team. 2nd and 6 from their 29. This time they send Rylan Palmer to the left. Near the left hash. Hand it off. They go with Gray again at right guard. Spins out of a tackle. 35. He has a first down. In fact, he's all the way to his 37-yard line.
By Brady and
before Colton Brady and Paxton Deal brought him down, but the first two carries by
first down for the Longhorns at their 37
Matthew Gray have led to the first down of the game for Faith. They're 1st and 10 at their 37. 9-10 in the first quarter were scoreless at Ole Williamson Field. Final night of the regular season. Well, jumping 3 Stanley County players. They all got back, and they handed to Gray around right end. A lot of room. 40. Ooh, he almost turned that corner and broke up. He's across to his 45. And now
Gray with the carry, brought down by Brady.
He's brought down at his 46. Matthew Gray with 3 carries to start. And a 9-yard gain there. He has 21 yards on those first 3 carries. And Faith has marched it from their 25 to their 46. They're 2nd down and a yard. Is it the most exciting offense you've ever seen? No, but it's certainly effective. 2nd and 1 from their 46. Palmer is sent in motion as Brooks sends him that way, and a roll to the right by Brooks out of the pocket, runs at left guard for a first down, has a couple to his 48-yard line. Jess Harper. Harper is the quarterback.
Harper with the carry.
And Zabe is able to bring him down. Brock for
down by Zabe and Prince.
Gain of a couple. But Faith has their second first down on their opening drive to their 48.
First down.
4 minutes into the game. Pay attention. We might not be here too long if all this running continues. As we say that, Caden Selby is sent as a wide out to the right. But they run out of the eye. 1st and 10, Faith, left hash, wide side right from their 48, and a toss right to Gray, midfield, around right end 45 of Stanley County, and down to the 44 or 3-yard line.
Gray with the carry.
Another good carry
by Brady and Deal.
By Gray. Colton Brady, Paxton Deal in there again, but this gain, well, they need about the 42, so they're going to be just a little bit short. Not by a lot. Only about a half yard. 2nd down and a yard, and that's 32 yards for Faith's running game on the first 5 carries. And they just go straight ahead and have another first down inside the 40-yard line.
I apologize. We must have missed a fumble on that last play. Stanley County now with the ball.
Stanley County, there was a fumble. Pardon me, this is Stanley County's football, and they have it on their 38-yard line. I beg your pardon. High snap. It is taken by Zabe around left end to the 45 of Faith. Not about. We never got a signal.
Zabe with the carry.
We never got a signal from any of the officials to say there was a fumble on that last play. So our apologies. There is a flag down here, and that's going to stop things and probably set Stanley County back. And here is the one thing, with all the good things that Stanley County has done lately, the one thing that's puzzling. 21 penalties in the last 2 weeks, and here's their first tonight. They have 42 penalties for the season coming in, and the half of them have been in the last 2 weeks. Holding penalty sets them back to the 33. 2nd down and 20. Snee is able to roll right, throws. Oh, off the hands of Blaze Frost and incomplete.
Zabe's pass intended for Frost falls incomplete.
Zone coverage. Frost had some room, but couldn't hang on to the football. Somebody's got to give us a signal when the ball changes hands. No one did. Anyway, 3rd down and 20 for Stanley County. They're from their 33. Here is some pressure, and a screen pass left is behind Schweitzer and incomplete because there was really good pressure there by Teancum Maxwell. Spells his first name Teancum. He's a senior, and the pressure there led to the incompletion. So it is 4th down, and Paxton Deal is in punt formation. Spinning kick may not make it into Faith territory, and it does not. Stanley County downs it at their 49, and that's where Faith will start. with 6:11 left in the first quarter. No score. Let's take 30 here. An Integra timeout. Nothing. Back in 30 seconds. 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Dakota Antler is the biggest antler buyer in our region. Tony and Derek pay cash all year long for antlers and horns. Deer, elk, moose, and sheep can be cash in your pocket. They'll come to you, too. Find them on Dakota Antlers LLC or online at dakotaantlers.com. You can also give them a call to set up an appointment. Call Derek at 605-360-3749 or Tony at 605-730-0108. Dakota Antler, a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities.
Faith's possession. Harper, they do put the ball down the field, and Wasey Nelson makes a nice catch at the 38-yard line
at the Stanley County 38
of Stanley County. Well done there on a well-thrown ball from Jess Harper to Wasey Nelson. And 1st and 10 for Faith at the Stanley County 38. They run up the middle, and they run with Nelson, who just caught that pass. He's forward.
Brought down by Brady and Baldwin.
For about 5 to his 33-yard line. Second down and 5, Stanley County 33 to go the Gray around left end. 30, Matthew has some room, brought down by the ankles inside the 25-yard line. First down, Faith. Colton Brady.
Gray with the carry, brought down by Brady.
Stopped Gray from making a very big run.
For the Longhorns. 1st and 10 at the Stanley County 22-yard line.
And now it's Stanley County's 22. It's 1st and 10. And a roll around right end by the quarterback, and Harper cuts it back up. 15. Another big run for him, brought down by the ankles, close to first down yardage. Again, Brock Zabe is able to stop Harper on the keeper, but the sticks move again. They're inside the 10, down at the 9. That's 13 more for Jess Harper. 4:25 in the first quarter, no score, but Faith, after a short punt, driving to try to score the game's first points. They hand it off at left guard, and they hand it to Wasey Nelson, the fullback, who's met at the point of contact by Chase Hansen. Chase held him to a couple. It'll be second down and goal for Faith at the Stanley County 7. Already down to 3:50 in the first quarter with no score. Harper, handoff. This is Gray at right end, down near the 5 or 6 before he's pushed back. Tyler Leiferman was in on that play.
Gray with the carry, brought down by Leiferman and others.
Along with other Buffaloes. They'll spot that one right on the 5-yard line to make a third down and goal for Faith. You know what they're thinking. 2 downs they have to score. 3:23 in the first quarter. No score here at Only Williamson Field. And again, listen closely. We might not be here too long. This first quarter is moving quite quickly. Under center is Jess Harper. They run out of the eye. He looks at a 4-man front. Back to throw. This time some pressure. Throws right corner of the end zone and not able to hang on to it. Is the
Harper's
intended receiver, Caden Selby. Incomplete. But as you can imagine, this part of the field, they'll go for it. 4th down and goal. They're just outside the 5-yard line of Stanley County. 3:05 first quarter, no score. Now 3 receivers to the right. They're not going to run here, it doesn't appear. Harper throws into the end zone, waiting for it and catching it. An easy touchdown. It's Rylan Palmer. No one around him. Palmer able to bring it in for the score, and Faith has broken on top. 6-0 with 3:01 left in the first quarter. There were two Faith receivers that were waiting there to catch that football, and it was Caden Selby, Ryland Palmer who did. They go for two and run out of this up the middle and score the two with Matthew Gray.
2-point conversion is good for Longhorns.
So we'll take a break. Face on top, 8-0 over Stanley County. 3:01 remaining in the first quarter at Ole Williamson Field. More for you in 30 seconds here on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Well, the short punt gave Faith good field position. They went 49 yards for the score in the last 5 on 4th down on the touchdown pass from Jess Harper to Ryland Palmer, and then Matthew Gray ran in the 2-point conversion. 8-0 Faith. But the news is what most expected, by the way, from Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium in Brookings, where Hitchcock Tulare is leading Great Plains Lutheran 16-0. They're still in the first quarter. Again, what happens with Great Plains Lutheran determines the fate of not only Stanley County, but also Kimball White Lake. We know this, that if Great Plains Lutheran does not lose, it's definitely playoff time for Stanley County on Thursday. They're going to be on the road. They know that. Ready to kick is Jaden Hayford. And their own 11, Hansen and Barrett Schweitzer. Barrett running up on it to his 15-yard line on a spinning kick, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45. Good return by Barrett Schweitzer, and down near his 46. Good head of steam by Barrett. Kick returns have been something that have been pretty strong for this team this season.
Schweitzer with the carry brought down by Gifford.
And he was able to run up on that one
46.
and get a pretty good running start. It's a 31-yard return. The play was made, the stop by Andrew Gifford, a senior. 6'1", 185. That's a good football name to have, isn't it, Gifford? 1st and 10. Stanley County from their 46. High snap to Brock Zabe. Nobody open. He has to run. Does straight ahead. Ooh, got met hard. Couple of yards. But that is all because he was given
Zabe with the carry brought down by Selby.
pretty good hard hit by Caden Selby.
2nd and 8 for the Buffaloes.
Good form tackle, nothing dirty about it. And Selby hit him hard, held him to 2 at the SC 48, 2nd down and 8. 8-0 Faith. We're at 2:23 first quarter. Hansen in motion from left to right. They hand it off to Brady up the middle, midfield, but no more. Couple more, but they're running into a hard-hitting Faith defense as they've proven in the last couple of plays. Matthew Gray did the hitting that time. Spotted the 49 of Faith for a gain of 3, makes it 3rd and 5. 8-0 Faith, 1:53 in the first quarter. On the left hash is Stanley County. From left to right, 2 receivers right, wide side of the field, 1 on the short side to the left, wing left. Zabe in the pistol, takes a wide snap, able to run, 47. That's going to be short of the first down. Zabe had to reach for that snap. Wasting Nelson
Brought down by Nelson and
brought him in.
Brings up 4th down for the Buffaloes.
The gain was only a couple to the 47-yard line of Faith, where it's 4th down and 3, but no punting going on here. Stanley County down 8-0 with 1:17 left in the first quarter. Paxton Deal had come on the field for a moment, but then said, no, go back. The offense is going to stay out. They converted a 4th down again, remember, in that first drive. They need 3 yards here on 4th and 3 at face 47. Zabe under center. Now throws long down the middle, and it's intercepted. Ryland Palmer stepped in front of the intended receiver, 35, 40, 45, and midfield, and Schweitzer brings him down. Great anticipation there by Ryland Palmer. He was going for Schweitzer, but Palmer made the interception and ran it back to the 49-yard line of Stanley County. There is a flag down at the end of this play. So that may hurt Faith's field position a bit, but they will have the football back with 53 seconds left in the first quarter. And the Longhorns of Faith do have an 8-0 lead. Oh, I'm way late for this. Let's make things legal, huh?
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. 1060 KTFX Pierre. Rebroadcasting on K276GT. 103.1 FM Fort Pierre. Stop speeding before it stops you.
The officials are still discussing this penalty. And nothing has happened as far as a decision yet. We're at 53 seconds in the first quarter. Faith scored on their second possession on a touchdown pass from Jess Harper to Ryland Palmer, and then he converted a 2-point conversion. 8-0 for Faith. We're glad to have you with us. Now, hopefully, finally, we'll get an indication of what this is. It's a block in the back on Faith, so some of this return is going to be wiped out.
Block in the back. Faith will retain possession, and they will take over.
They'll mark it off from where the end of the play happened. So their field position hurt a little bit, but still not too bad for them. Back at their 41-yard line. Then after that, Stanley County is called for a personal foul, dead ball. So, hang on. The block in the back, they had put it back first on the Faith 41. Pardon us. If these officials would bother to do something assertive here and put the football where it's supposed to be.
Their 48-yard line.
Faith will start at their 48. They'll have the ball after all of that. 1st and 10. I'll just say this. It isn't as complicated as this crew has made a couple of things here so far. 1st and 10, Faith from their 48. And the Longhorns, who scored the last time and had good field position, start with a handoff this time at left guard. For a couple, they go to Wasey Nelson, the fullback. In fact, they'll give him 3 to the 49-yard line of Stanley County after the stop was made by Chase Hansen, one of the 5 seniors. Closing out their home career tonight. 2nd and 7, Faith. Stanley County's 49. Clock runs 20 seconds in the first quarter. And fake the handoff. It's an end around. This is Lanny Brooks around the right end. 40-37. That's a first down.
Brooks with the carry, brought down by Deal.
Well set up play as Paxton Deal brought him down on the sweep.
And a first down for the Longhorns.
And they will be spotted at the 42-yard line. The 41-yard line of Faith, in between the 42 and 41. That's a first down. And that'll end the first quarter. The Faith Longhorns with the score through the air, although they're running the ball well, and they lead Stanley County at the end of one by a score of 8-0 on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. Wagner Auto, the one place to go. Back with the second quarter from Fort Pierre in 1 minute. 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Second quarter against Faith football, and they're up 8-0 over Stanley County. We'll update you on Pierre and T area as we get a moment. First and 10 for Faith at Stanley County's 41. They send Selby in motion, and a keeper around the left end by the quarterback Harper, and he's spun down with good pursuit there.
Brought down by Zabe.
By Brock Zabe. Very good play by Brock. And no gain for Jess Harper on the first carry of the second quarter. Second down and 10, just outside the 41-yard line of Stanley County for the Faith Longhorns. Yes, Brian Berg went back. He started coaching in '99, his second year as a head coach. This team went to the 9B title game, averaged 49 points a game in that regular season, lost to Viborg in the final 22 years ago. Second and 10, Stanley County's 41 for Faith. Gray up the middle. He's given them good yardage. He's across the 40 and down near the 38-yard line of Stanley County.
Brings up third down.
Matthew Brady hanging on to him all the while. In fact, closer to the 37-yard line of Stanley County. So that'll make it third down and about 6. About 5.5. 10:50 in the first half. Faith up 8-0. Not the quick start Stanley County wanted. Faith has been able to move the ball after they committed a turnover. But Stanley County's turned it over too. Here's a roll right, and the pass is caught. This is down the right sideline. Harper found Palmer at the 20, 10 touchdown. Well, as we said in the pregame, they tried to jump around again. Blaze Frost couldn't do it. And Jess Harper found Ryan Palmer for a 37-yard touchdown to increase the Faith lead with 10.5 minutes to go in this first half. Again, we talk about the team running, but on the passes Harper's made, they've been very well thrown footballs. And Palmer is also 6'2". That's the other factor there. He was able to reach up when Deal couldn't jump in front of him. They'll go for 2. And coming under center is Harper at right guard. Dives forward, has the 2-point conversion, and Faith has a 2-score lead. And we'll take a break. 10:30 to go in the first half at Ole Williamson Field. Faith now with a 16-0 lead on Stanley County. And we'll return in 30 seconds on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
Again, good field position for Faith. And again, they turn that into points. A 51-yard drive in 5 plays, taking 2:23. And it's the second touchdown pass of the game for Jess Harper. And they've both been to Ryland Palmer. That one 37 yards, and they ran in the 2-point conversion. Faith is up to a 16-0 lead. We say they've had 3 comeback wins, but they have taken control early in this game tonight. They only have 19 guys, but hey, they've got enough to put together a pretty good team. They've shown it so far. They're 5-2 for a reason. Jaden Hayford is ready to kick. Deep man Hansen and Schweitzer. Hansen from his 21, left to the 20, 25, 30. He has room at his 40, and finally down at his 47. He nearly broke away before Caden Selby landed on him. That would have been a spark for Stanley County, and Caden Selby had to bulldog him at the Stanley County 48. Good return of 27. It was almost 79 for the senior, and wouldn't that have been something in his final home game? Stanley County, as it is, has not bad field position. Let's see what they can do with it. Down 16-0, 10:23 in the first half. Left hash wide side right, from right to left. Zabe in the pistol, 3 receivers very short side to the left. Zabe just takes it at right guard. Midfield, Gray trying to bring him down by an ankle. He does, as other teammates join in, hit hard again. That was by Jess Harper.
Brought down by Gray and Harper.
These guys will hit you. Gain of a couple makes it 2nd down and 8. for Stanley County right on the midfield stripe. They haven't been able to put the ball through the air with success yet. Zabe was picked. Receivers each way. 2nd down and 8 in midfield. Deals in motion. Handed to Brady, right guard. 48, maybe the 47-yard line of Faith for
brought down by Gray and
about
Harper.
2 or 3 more. Again, first on the play was Matthew Gray, with Jess Harper joining in at the finish. They do gain 3, and it's 3rd down and 5 for Stanley County at Faith's 47, 9:23 in the first half. Yes, a 3rd down still to be converted. Stanley County 0 for 2. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Only Brady in the backfield beside. Brock Zabe is in the pistol. Looks at a 4-man front. Snap to him. Protection's good. Throw down the middle. Incomplete. And the only man near that was Faith, Wasey Nelson.
Down by Nelson.
Because he was the one who knocked it down. Good play by Wasey Nelson. And Stanley County again stopped on 3rd down. And they will not take a chance here and put Paxton Deal in punt formation. And the man with the speed that he's already shown, Rylan Palmer, is their deep man. He is standing at his 25, coming up a little bit in case Stanley County tries anything unusual. They don't. Kicked left, and this is going to be inside the 20. Not a bad punt here by Deal. It'll be down by Stanley County at the Faith 15-yard line.
Deal's punt is down by the Buffaloes. Longhorns take over 1st and 10.
So with 8:54 left in the first half, Faith up 16-0 with 2 touchdown passes. So I promised you I would update you on the Pierre Governors. Their lead over T area is 7-0. 5 minutes left first quarter, last reported. Hollister Field at Phil Trotner Stadium. That's on River 92.7, of course. In the showdown in 11AA in the rematch of last year's title game. Faith here trying to improve on a 16-0 lead. 1st and 10 from their 15. Caden Selby is wide to the right. Jess Harper, the quarterback. He's under center and hands off around left end. Plenty of room here to the 30 and down to the 32. That's Gray again. Another big carry for Matthew Gray.
Gray with the carry brought down by Brady.
And gives Faith
from
some room. Colton Brady the stop, but that's
31-yard line.
A 16-yard gain by Matthew Gray is up to 63 on 8 carries. 1st and 10 for Faith from their 31-yard line. 8.5 minutes left already in this first half. Seems like this game's just started, but Faith is running the ball effectively and leading 16-0. Man wide to the right. That's the wide side. 1st and 10 from their 31. Blitz look here, and it is a handoff up the middle to the 33 or 4-yard line to Gray with another carry. That's his 9th already. First hit by Nathaniel Nelson in his final home game. Gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 from their 35 for Faith, and the officials are going to stop things here for a moment. Now they'll start it back up again. 7:48 first half. Again, at last report, Great Plains Lutheran was trailing Hitchcock-Tulare in the first quarter, 16-0. We'll explain that again at halftime. Hand off to Gray around left end, 35-yard line, forward to the 38 or 9.
Gray with the carry,
with an ankle tackle made over there by Noah Baldwin, the sophomore. But Gray is their main man running the ball so far. That's carry number 10 for him. 4 more there to their 39 for Faith. He has 71 yards, Gray does, on 10 carries. 3rd down and a long 2. Faith 1 for 2 on 3rd down tonight. Left hash, wide side to the right. Faith is moving from left to right. Harper looking over to the bench for a moment. Now a tightly bunched formation, and Harper right end sees a seam 45. 1st down, he's near midfield. Harper took one step through right guard and then started a sprint. Paxton Deal made the hit, but that's 10 for Jess Harper and a 1st down for Faith. That's 8 of them. Stanley County only has 1 in this game. 16-0 Faith. They've certainly earned this lead so far. 6:35 left in the first half at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. Ryland Palmer lines up as a tight end, this time to the left. Lanny Brooks is wide to the right. Gray dotting the I backfield with Nelson the fullback. And a roll right by Harper. Throws left side. Once Palmer catches it again. 25-20. 10-5. Breaks away. Touchdown. The third connection for a score from Jess Harper to Ryland Palmer in this first half. This one is 51 yards. And the lead is 3 scores for Faith. It's now 22-0. What happens? The team can lull you to sleep with a good running game like this. Max Foth said as much in our pregame interview. Yeah, and then they'll hit you with a big one, and they've hit Stanley County for, well, big ones certainly on the last 2 scoring plays from Harper to Palmer. They'll try for 2 again. Jess Harper tosses it back. Palmer wants to throw in the end zone for Harper, and it's overthrown, but Faith increases the lead. We'll take a break. 6:09 left first half. Faith 22, Stanley County nothing. Back to Fort Pierre in 30 seconds here on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
That is a 49-yard touchdown pass from Jess Harper to Ryland Palmer. 2 no good. 22-0 Faith, 6:09 first half. Let's take a look again at the 2 games we're keeping an eye on. First about Great Plains Lutheran. Don't think that's going to be an issue as it's now 40-0. Hitchcock-Tulare leading in the second quarter. So again, it is looking like it'll be playoffs for Stanley County. Kimball White Lake again won earlier today at Bennett County. That was a 24-minute game, 53-0. And at Hollister Field at Phil Trotner Stadium through 1 quarter, Pierre continuing to lead T area by a score of 7-0. That game is on River 92-7. Jaden Hayford ready to kick again for Faith. At their 14, around are Barrett Schweitzer and Chase Hansen. Boy, Chase almost broke a big kickoff return last time. Here's a spinning kick. He's trying to keep it away from them. I don't blame him. Picked up by Cash Richardson at his 35 and smothered right away. Well, Faith was ready with a coverage right there.
Richardson with the return, brought down by Schulke.
Cooper Schulke blasted him.
Stanley County starts first and
at
10
the SC 35, wouldn't let Richardson go anywhere. So a Buffalo team that has been stuck with only 1 first down so far starts from their 36, down 22-0 with 6:05 left first half. Hand off Brady. Right guard, 39-yard line, but pushed back there.
Brady with the carry, brought down by Palmer and Harper.
Ryland Palmer and Jess Harper. Those 2 guys combined for the good defensive play that time. Gain of 4 for Colton to the Stanley County 40. 2nd down and 6. No wideouts. Double wing here. They hand it off to Brady. Left guard this time. Dives forward. Good gain. 45, maybe is 46.
Down by Price.
Tailing him all the way was Britt Price. He's a corner. Spotted for Stanley County at their 45-yard line. 3rd down, a little less than a yard as they'll try to convert here for the first time tonight on 3rd down. 5-10 in the first half. With Faith leading this game 22-0. No wideouts again. Offset eyes. Zabe is under center. Wing right. Hand it. First man through Schweitzer. Ooh. Needs just across the 46. I don't think he's there. As he was met
with the carry,
hard again.
Brought down by Harper and others.
Jess Harper stopped him. They do give him forward progress to the 47, though, and that's enough for only the second first down of this game for Stanley County. 4:47 in the first half. Faith's up 22-0. Let's see if, now that they've gained another first down finally, Stanley County can move the ball. Zabe fakes the stretch handoff. Play fake. It's a roll to the right. It's a throw. It's Getty. Made the catch last week. Has another here. He's inside the 25-yard line of Faith. First down. Brick Price made the stop. Well, it wasn't for a touchdown, but it was still a big play for Jackson Getty. Another one of the seniors playing in his final home game.
First and 10 Buffaloes at the Longhorn 24-yard line.
That gains to the 24-yard line of Faith. Big play there, 29 yards. First and 10 from there, handed to Brady. Around left hand, nearly broke free, but the corner Price had a hand on him across the 20. Colton's down to the 19-yard line of Stanley County. However, there is a flag down.
Flag on the play.
We've only seen the one penalty so far on Stanley County. That was that personal foul at the end of that interception. But here is an unsportsmanlike conduct call, and it's on Faith.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Longhorns.
So the gain was down to the 19. But the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is half the distance. That also makes it first and goal just inside the 10-yard line. Say the 9 here. So middle air there by Faith. Give Stanley County a first down and a chance to get that goose egg in their end off the scoreboard. Zabe with a handoff to Brady. He's pushed back. The first surge made by Lanny Brooks and others followed. No hole there for
with the carry, brought down by Olsen and others.
Colton Brady at right guard. Colby Olsen was there too.
Second goal for the Buffaloes at the 12-yard line.
The loss is back to the 12, a loss of 3, and it's second down and goal. Down to 3:32 in the first half. 22-0 Faith. Stanley County trying to score. Here is a pitch left. This is Brady, 10 to the 5-yard line. He's inside the 5 as he's brought down by Gray.
Brady with the carry, brought down by Gray.
So Stanley County comes closer.
It'll bring up
Brady almost able to
third and goal from
break
the Longhorn 4.
Free, but he's down to the 4-yard line. That's an 8-yard gain. Third down and goal from there. Stanley County, of course, just converted. Now they'll try to score. 2:59 in the first half. Two receivers to the right. 22-0 Faith in front. Snap is to Zabe. Hole at right guard. Puts his head forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanley County.
Touchdown.
And the Buffs
Zabe with the carry.
Score as Brock Zabe has his 5th touchdown run of the season. They've all been in the last 3 games. Two weeks ago against Timberlake, 2 last week in Lemon. And now the score tonight.
Parents west side of the field. Stanley County runners and parents west side of the field.
With 2:45 to go in the first half. And they'll keep the offense in the field and try to go for 2 here. With 3 receivers right and 1 to the left. Only Colton Brady in the backfield. Now he goes to a slot right. That's a 4 receiver set to the right, 5 overall. And Brady runs out of that. Forward, did he make it? He did. Colton Brady runs it in, or Brock Zabe runs it in 4-2. Stanley County's on the board. We'll take a break. 2:45 left in the first half. Faith's lead over Stanley County is now 22-8. And we'll be back in 30 seconds with the Buffalo kickoff on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Stanley County, well, a penalty did help them out, but still they went 64 yards in 8 plays, 3:24 off the clock. Brock Zabe with the keeper for the score, and then he ran in the 2-point conversion, cutting the Faith lead to 22-8, 2:45 to go in the first half. In Pierre, well, T-Area has scored to tie the game. Now the Pierre Governors have scored and lead T-Area again 14-7, 8 minutes left in the first half. That's on River 92-7 in that battle of unbeatens in 11AA. Tyler Leiferman will kick for Stanley County. And Rylan Palmer stands back at his 15, deep to receive. So Stanley County, after struggling on their first few drives, good drive there to score and get on the board. They're down 14 still with 2:45 left in the first half. Onside kick, they tried this last week. It is loose at midfield. Who has it? Did go 10 yards, but it is Faith landing on the football. There are two Buffaloes right there, and they're still kind of scrumming around for it. But it was Caden Selby falling on it
Selby will start 1st and 10 at midfield
for Faith. And the Longhorns, good field position in midfield with 2:41 to go in the first half. Stanley County Volleyball closes their regular season on Tuesday night with a triangular in Kadoka area against the Cougars and also New Underwood. We'll have them again here on KGFX in the first round of the 6A playoffs. That's Tuesday, November 1st. Handoff, Gray around right and to midfield, but no more than that. And trying to bring him down by his jersey, and here comes a flag.
Wrapped up by Leiferman and Schweitzer.
Tyler Leiferman was trying to pull him down by his jersey and wouldn't let go. And the gain of about a yard, and they're going to call a personal foul here on Stanley County.
Dead ball, personal foul against the Buffaloes.
And that'll mark it to the 34-yard line of Faith and a first down. So I guess the call was
10 at the Stanley County 35-yard line
for not letting go of the jersey.
Buffalo.
Stanley County calls a timeout, an Integra timeout. Will take it to 2:23 in the first half. Faith 22 and Stanley County 8. Back in 30 seconds on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
No need to be afraid of all those upcoming holiday expenses. Hawaii Federal Credit Union's holiday loan special is back. Borrow up to $1,500 for 12 months at 7% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre. Hawaii Federal Credit Union, where we treat you like you own the place, because you do.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
An Actegra timeout, acres ahead. Can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Actegra cooperative today. A personal foul penalty gives Faith a first down at Stanley County's 34, up 22-8, 2:23 left in the half. That was Stanley County's first timeout. Faith with all three of theirs. Shotgun here for Jess Harper, and he rolls right, wants to throw. He is in the right corner going for Selby, and he couldn't hang on at the 2-yard line of Stanley County.
Harper's pass and
Selby was about the only one who could bring it in as he tried to throw it wide toward the sideline. Coverage over there by Paxton Deal would have been a tremendous catch, but Selby couldn't quite reach it. Only the second incompletion for Harper. He's 4 for 6 for 81 yards. Of course, he's through 2 touchdown passes, 3 in fact, to Rylan Palmer. 2nd and 10, Faith of the Stanley County 34. Clock stop 2:17 in the half. Palmer in motion. They pitch it left to Gray. 30-yard line of Stanley County. 20, there he goes! 10, 5, touchdown Faith. All sorts of room up the middle for Matthew Gray, and he scores from 34 and puts the Faith lead back to 3 scores with 2:08 left in the half. It's 28-8. A hole that I and Bruce Bresee and Scott Vanden Hemel and Brian Menning all could have run through, as it turned out, and Gray saw it and said, bye-bye. Faith will go for 2. Scotty, you could have run through. You're the cross-country coach. You can run through that hole. Here is a toss to Palmer. He tries to run around right. Oh, good play by Barrett Schweitzer to bring him down at about the 3 and prevent the 2-point conversion. But Faith has scored again, this time on a big running play. We'll take a break with 2:08 left in the first half. Faith 28, Stanley County 8, and we're back in 30 seconds on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Update from Hollister Field, Phil Chandler Stadium. 4 minutes to go now in the first half. Pierce still leading T area by a score 14-7. Brian has that game. The birthday boy yesterday on River 92.7. Again, I'm not going to say how old Brian is, but it starts with a 5. Well, my age starts with a 5 too, so I don't have room to talk now, do I? It will be Jaden Hayford to kick off for Faith, who just increased their lead to 28-8 on the big touchdown run of 34 yards by Matthew Gray, who now has 106 yards in this first half on 12 carries. Back at their 15 are Chase Hansen and Barrett Schweitzer. So, Stanley County, it's up to them to answer after Faith hit a big play. Again, a spinning kick to keep it away from the deep guys. Richardson from his 35-40. Cash is up to his 48. Cash took a hard hit the last time, but had not a bad return that time there as Lanny Brooks brought him in. And again, field position good here for Stanley County. In fact, they'll start from their 49-yard line. And down 28-8. The offense is, well, and this Faith defense is the big reason. The offense has struggled at times tonight. But this Faith defense is aggressive and hits hard. 4 receivers set. Hansen in motion from right to left. 1st and 10 Stanley County from their 49. Left hash wide side right. From right to left go the Buffs. High snap for Zabe. Looks for someone open. Here comes some pressure. Just tosses it ahead for Brady, and it's an incomplete pass. It was a wise play, and then Brady took a very hard hit and is rolling around and is not up yet. Now he is. Good decision there by Zabe. He saw he was about to get thrown to the ground by Matthew Gray. Just pitched it ahead to Zabe. It wouldn't have been much of a gain, or to Brady. It wouldn't have been much of a gain, but it was a really smart play by Brock. Prevented pretty big loss. Now Colton Brady has to come off the field. And Jackson Getty will come in. As Brady, really got knocked around at the end of that play. Good clean hit, though. 4 receivers set. Only Cash Richardson in the backfield. 2nd down and 10 from their 49 for Stanley County. Hansen in motion to the left. 3 receivers that way. Zabe runs straight ahead. 49, that's all, as he's again met by
Zabe with the carry, brought down
Faith's
by
linebacker
Brooks.
Lanny Brooks.
No gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 10 for the Buffalo.
There just aren't holes where there have been lately for Stanley County. These Faith front 7 are filling them all up. Stanley County 2 of 5 on 3rd down. They need a little less than 10 here from their near midfield. Give them a yard on that last play. 3rd down, a long 9. 28-8 Faith. 1:19 in the first half. 2 timeouts left for Stanley County. High snap, Zabe. Brady's back in there up the middle. 45-40 of Faith. 35 on a first down. Took on Caden Selby, who made the hit, but Brady only had to miss 1 play. And then a big gain there of 15 to face 35. Clock will be stopped while they move the chains. 1:08 to go in the first half. Out of the huddle come the Buffs. They still haven't used timeouts for the moment. They still have 2 to go. 2 receivers each way. 1st and 10, face 35, down to 52 seconds. Brady in motion from right to left. Zabe, shotgun, throws right, caught by Hansen. Brought down for a 5-yard gain by Palmer.
Hansen, brought down by Palmer.
And now Stanley County will use one of those timeouts with 36 seconds to go in the first half. So they still have 1 remaining. It's an Agtegra timeout. 28-8 Faith with 36 seconds left first half. Back in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The game was 7 yards to Faith's 28. Now 1 timeout left for Stanley County with 36 seconds to go in the half. Faith up 28-8. Stanley County has moved the ball better in the last couple of series. They had the
Stanley County cross country competed at the 4A
touchdown run by Zabe in the last possession, but Faith came right back and scored on the Matthew Gray touchdown run. 3 touchdown passes in this first half for Jess Harper for Faith. 2nd down and 3. Stanley County at the Faith 28. 36 seconds in the half. 2 receivers right, high snap. Zabe's able to take it now. Once running room. 30. Ball came out, but they say he's down. With 30 seconds to go in the half. He does have the first down. As he stretched the ball forward to the 24-yard line of Faith. First down, they come out of the huddle quickly, throw it to the left. This one is caught in the left flat by Q Bourne.
Brought down by Selby.
Hit there by
timeout Buffaloes. Stanley County has
Caden Selby. Now Stanley County
at the Longhorns 16-yard line.
With the timeout, we'll keep it here. The gain was 8, down to the 16-yard line.
For those of you who are participating in the 50-50, we'll
that'll be 2nd down and 8. By the way, that's the first catch for Q Bourne as a Buffalo. He had 1 rushing play earlier in the year. Halftime, we'll have stats from this game and other scores. And again, Great Plains Lutheran down big to Hitchcock-Tulare, who's threatening to make that a 24-minute game. That would put Stanley County into the postseason no matter what happens tonight if Great Plains Lutheran falls. But the Buffaloes know they'd have to take a pretty long trip somewhere, either east or west, on Thursday. We'll be there wherever they are. 2nd down about 2 for Stanley County at Faith's 16-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, wing right 2, Zabe with a roll right. Looks towards the end zone, but his receivers are covered, so Zabe's going to start running. Down to 5 seconds. Timeout called here, or at least the clock is stopped while the chains are moved, as Palmer was able to bring Zabe down. It is a first down. 1st and goal for Stanley County, and they'll run straight ahead with 2 seconds and 1 on the last play of the half, trying to push forward. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Well, Stanley County did that without a timeout, and Zabe is able to run it in from 9 yards out. On the last play from scrimmage of this first half, Zabe has scored on the keeper. And now it's 28-14, and that is a little boost for Stanley County. They'll stay on the field with the clock at zeros to try the 2-point conversion on this last play of the half. Well, I wondered whether they'd have time to do all that without having to use the last timeout. They did, and they did it right, and Zabe just kept pushing his way forward. Now Brock with 2 receivers to the right as they try for the 2-point conversion. Zabe rolls that way again. Right side It is caught by Hansen, and he's in the end zone for the two-point conversion as the first half ends. Stanley County trying to hang around. They were once down 22-0, and now the halftime score at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. The Faith Longhorns 28, the Stanley County Buffaloes 16. Wagner Auto is South Dakota's oldest auto dealer. They've been in Pierre since 1908. Well, Stanley County's defense has had its troubles tonight. The offense did earlier too, but the last two drives have been good. Now it's up to the defense to try to do the job, and for the Faith Longhorns, just try to keep that solid, mostly running game and hit him with a big play. That's what Faith's done for a long time, and they'll try to keep that going in the second half. Our halftime report coming up with stats, and we'll take a look at other scores and tell you what they mean too. Our halftime in 3 minutes from Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. High school football on 1060 103.1 KGFX and at the KGFX page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app.
You're winning. Your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money?
Yeah, these cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own spirit card. Go Buffaloes!
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back into the game late in the first half. Faith over Stanley County at the half, 28-16 at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. I'm David Burrell. Haley Hansen, assisted by that guy named Chuck, who I think she knows well, and we all do, as our studio coordinator. Brian Menning takes care of the video this evening. We'll look back at this first half and at other scores, but first let's do this.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, 1060 KGFX Pierre. Rebroadcasting on K276GT, 103.1 FM Fort Pierre. Leave sooner, drive slower, live longer.
Faith fumbled the ball away on their first possession, but then the next three all ended in touchdown passes from quarterback Jess Harper to the fleet receiver Ryland Palmer, and that made it 22-0 Faith. The Buffs came back with a touchdown run by Brock Zabe, Matthew Gray with a touchdown run for Faith, and then Zabe in the last play of the half as the Buffaloes were able to work it right down the field, and Zabe able to score on the last play from scrimmage of the half, and then a 2-point conversion. That was a good drive by Stanley County right at the end of the half to make it 28-16. That's the halftime score for Faith. Matthew Gray for Faith, 106 yards on 12 carries. Jess Harper 4 for 6 for 81 yards. And 3 of those catches by Ryland Palmer for 93 yards. Colton Brady, 9 carries, 73 yards for Stanley County. Brock Zabe, 38 yards, 9 carries, and a couple of scores. So 28-16 for Faith over Stanley County at the half here at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. And let's start our look at scores by telling you what is going on at Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium in Brookings, and it is just about to be official, it appears, because Great Plains Lutheran, just 2 minutes left in the first half, but Hitchcock-Tulare has it, and the Patriots have a 52-0 lead over Great Plains Lutheran. So unless something unexpected happens, looks like that'll be a 24-minute game and a loss for Great Plains Lutheran. Again, you'd have to do the figuring to see what happens with Kimball White Lake, although they would probably be in. But we know Stanley County would be in the postseason officially when that result comes ahead. So what that means is that the Buffs will be on the road on Thursday night. They're going to have to travel, of course, and we'll take on a very, very good 9AA opponent. But again, we'll be able to say that officially in a few moments with Hitchcock-Tulare having the big lead. Okay, now to other scores from earlier today in 9AA. Platte Geddes for a 3-game winning streak ended with a 22-8 loss at Canastota. Kimball White Lake did win a 24-minute game. They beat Bennett County 53-0. Also, Phillip continuing to play well. Looks like they'll be 7-1. They have a 42-0 lead at White River with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Harriet Selby area does end the regular season 8-0. They played only 24 minutes tonight and defeated Britton Heckworth 50-0. Gregory leads Bonhomme at the half in Gregory at good old Gorilla Stadium. It is 14-0. Ipswich running over North Central 46-0. That's on KMLO. 8 minutes to go in the first half of that game. Looking still at 9-man football, the Lyman Raiders, they needed to play only one half tonight in a 60-7 win over Lemon McIntosh. My goodness, a rough couple of weeks for that Cowboy team, losing, of course, last week at home to Stanley County. The win that really, as it turned out, has put them officially in a moment into the playoffs. Sunshine Bible Academy lost today. Potter County 3-5. They assured their playoff spot with a 42-14 victory. Sully Buttes is leading Corsica Stickney at Oneida 12-0. They're midway through the second quarter as the Chargers trying to stop their 2-game losing streak. They're going to go to the playoffs. Now, let's go to 11-man football. And, you want to know about the Governors? Yeah, in fact, I do too. Pierre leading T area at Hollister Field at Phil Troutner Stadium. It is 21-14 for the Governors over the Titans with a minute to go, second half. Last score we have, and Brian has that game on River 92-7. In 11B, the end of the season tonight for Miller Highmore Herald, and they're leading at home over Trip Delmont Armor and East Central Dakota Christian 21-10 with just under a minute left in the half. Winner trying to complete another unbeaten regular season, and they're leading in Mount Vernon over Mount Vernon Plankinson at the half 12-8. The Warriors are going for win number 31 in a row. Mobridge Pollock at home leading Groton area 8-6 under a minute left in the first half. If there's any hope for the Tigers to make the playoffs, they have to win that game, and that's on Star 99 in Mobridge. In 11A tonight, Chamberlain, there's a team that needs to win, and they're scoreless with Millbank. Last report, 10 minutes left in the first half. Darren has that game, 94.5, 100.5 KPLO. West Central leading Lennox at the half. In other action, 17-7. Del Rapids leading St. Thomas More late in the first half, 21-7 in 11A. Now, other games in 11AA, besides Pierre still leading T area. Harrisburg beat Brookings 41-7. Watertown has a 13-0 lead over Spearfish at home at the half. Mitchell at home leading Huron at the half 14-0. Aberdeen Central leads at Yankton 8-7 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. And Sturgis at home is leading Douglas 7-0 early in the first quarter. 11 AAA. Sioux Falls Lincoln over Sioux Falls Washington earlier at Howard Wood Field, 38-7 today. And we've told you about Harrisburg from 11 AAA beating 11 AA's Brookings. O'Gorman leading Rapid City Central in Rapid City at the half by a score of 47-7. Sioux Falls Jefferson just underway against Brandon Valley. That's in Brandon. Sioux Falls Roosevelt will play Rapid City Stevens tomorrow, and that'll be at Howard Wood Field. Stanley County here on top of Faith by a score of 28-16 at the half. We remind you that Minnesota Vikings football is Sunday on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO, 100.7 KMLO. The Vikings off to that great start at 4-1. Yeah, there have been some close wins, but yes, they've had wins. And this Sunday, it's the Miami Dolphins. This will be an interesting game. Dolphins are having their third-string quarterback play. Teddy Bridgewater, the former Vikings, is one of those in concussion protocol right now. Can the Vikings have another win going into their bye? 11 a.m. Sunday on KPLO and KMLO, your home for the Vikings. Baseball today, the Division Series continuing. Cleveland Indians scoring 2 in the 10th inning and winning in New York over the Yankees 4-2 to even that series at a game apiece. That series will go to Cleveland for Game 3 tomorrow night. National League Division Series, Philadelphia knocked out the Braves' young pitcher Spencer Strider in a hurry with a 6-run third inning, and the Phillies went on to beat Atlanta 9-1, and the Phillies now lead the defending world champion Braves in that series 2-1, and they'll try to wrap that series up at home in Philly tomorrow. And in the other National League Division Series third game, it is the San Diego Padres at home, and they're leading Los Angeles Dodgers through one inning, 1-0. Of course, the Padres won in Los Angeles on Wednesday night to force a tie in that series as the Padres look to upset the Dodgers. Here at Ole Williamson Field at the half, the Faith Longhorns have a 28-16 lead over the Stanley County Buffaloes on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. Not too far from the start of the second half of this game. In fact, we will bring it to you when we come back to Fort Pierre. The second half of action comes your way in 3 minutes here on 1060 103.1 KGFX. Faith set to receive the second half kickoff. That's why Stanley County felt it was important to score. It certainly was for them in their last drive of the first half. 28-16, Faith on top. I say Faith is set to receive the second half kickoff. Let's see if Stanley County tries anything again. It is Rylan Palmer. He is deep at around his 14-yard line for Faith, but will he be close to this one? Tyler Leiferman set to kick off for Stanley County. The second half kickoff is brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierce. Stanley County has tried one onside kick in this game. Faith fell upon it. They tried an onside kick last week, did not work. Third quarter about to get underway in this final home game of the season for Stanley County. But it appears, in fact, we can now say it officially, they're playoff bound. Great Plains Lutheran has lost to Hitchcock-Tulare. That was a 24-minute game at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium. 52-0 Patriots, by the way, are 8-0. So will be playoff action for the Buffs on Thursday night. It is a shorter kick, and having to fall on it around his 31 is Lanny Brooks, because I think he thought the ball was going to go out of bounds. It did take a left turn. It did not go out of bounds, and
for the Longhorns,
Brooks did fall on it, and Faith
starts 1st and 10 at their 30-yard line.
Will start from their 30 in the third quarter. Halftime now at Hollister Field at Phil Trotner Stadium. A field goal by T-Area cuts into the Pierre lead. It is 21-17. The Governors lead the Titans at the half. That's on River 92.7 with Brian. Okay, so let's see if Faith keeps the running game going. Stanley County's defense a little better later in the first half. 1st and 10 for Faith, and they go to a spread look again, 2 receivers each way. Brooks the man in motion from left to right. And it is Jess Harper around left end to his 30, not quite as he's dragged down, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. There is Brock Zabe, and Brock has been all over it defensively these last couple of weeks. In fact, that's
no gain on the play.
No gain. Lost about a half yard, but statistically no gain, but that still is a fine play by Brock Zabe, who was the T-shirt last winter for Only Did Bauman Lumber. With our player of the game, we'll name that in the post game, and we'll let you know who wins that T-shirt. 2nd and 10, Faith, they're from their 30. Second half just underway. Faith leading 28-16 over Stanley County and Fort Pierre. Again, 2 receivers each way. Left hash wide, side right. Snap back to Jess Harper, and it's brought down in the backfield. Only made it past his 25-yard line, and Nathaniel Nelson
brings up 3rd and long for the
final
Longhorns.
Home game is able to bring down Harper for a loss of 3 back to the 27-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and 13. And yes, the Buffalo defense is tightening up a bit and playing better. Faith 2 of 3 on 3rd down in the first half. 3rd and 13 from their 27. Handed to Gray, why not? But only across the 30. Not nearly enough for the first down. Well, Faith not taking any chances here as they just give it to Gray for his 13th carry. Blaze Frost made the stop, a gain of 5, but 4th down, and they'll be in punt formation here. At their 32, so Stanley County doing the job on defense in this first series of the second half. Deep man is Hanson, back at his 35. Harper's the punter. Line drive kick, takes a Stanley County roll, and it is forward.
Harper's punt is down
for
by the Longhorns.
The Buffs to their 43-yard line. And that's where Stanley County will start with their first second half possession with 9:31 left in the third quarter. Still a ball game here. Stanley County leading or trailing Faith 28-16. Again, they are in the playoffs. Great Plains Lutheran has lost tonight. So playoff action on Thursday. We'll be there wherever the Buffs are here on KGFX. Stretch handoff. It is Colton Brady across the 45. About 3 to his 46.
Brought down by Price and Palmer.
With Brylan Palmer and Brick Price.
Short gain on the play brings up
combining to stop him. 10th carry for Brady. Colton having another good game running the ball up to 76 yards. 2nd down and 7 for Stanley County from their 46. Handed to Brady again, trying to cut outside, but Matthew Gray has a handle on him. He's forward for a yard or two, but absolutely no more than that as he tried to cut around the
Brady
left
with
side.
The carry brought down by Gray.
It is just a yard to his 47.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Buffaloes.
NSC 3rd down and about 6. If they don't make it, would they take the chance near midfield? Well, they'd rather not worry about that. Left hash wide side to the right. Hansen in a slot to the right. Zabe is under center. Run it out of the offset eye here. Fake to Brady. Play fake. Zabe in trouble. Throws it on the left side. This one's caught for a 1st down. Across the 45 and near the 40 of Faith. It was a spin and a throw to just about the last check down. It was a little screen.
Zabe's pass is complete, results in a 1st down.
To Barrett Schweitzer, and it's down to the 41-yard line.
The Buffaloes 1st and 10 at
of
the Longhorns
Faith.
41-yard line.
I don't think that's how the play's drawn up, but it worked for Stanley County. 1st down at the Faith 41. 3.5 minutes gone in the 3rd. Handed to Brady again. Just no room up the middle. Gray and others push him back. They may give him a yard
Brady
to the
with
40.
The carry brought down by Gray and others.
Where that offensive line is getting as good a test as it's had in a while tonight.
Short gain on the play brings up.
It is a 1-yard gain, but so often, in that instance, it's Gray. There are other guys in that front 7, whether it's Nelson, Spin, Brooks on occasion. They just close that hole up quickly. Gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9, Stanley County at the Faith 40. 2 receivers to the right. Snap to Zabe. Moves that pocket right. Throws that way. Dropped by Schweitzer at the 38-yard line of Faith. Barrett tried to run upfield before he looked the ball into his hands.
3rd and 9 for the Buffaloes.
And it came out of his hands. And it's a 3rd and 9 for Stanley County at the Faith 40. You know this is 4-down territory. Zabe just 4-12 tonight for 56 yards. Bus 4 of 7. They've been much better on 3rd down tonight. 3rd down, they need 9 here at the Faith 40. Hansen in motion from right to left. Handed to Brady, 35-yard line, 34. So they're a little closer. They'll keep the offense on the field, you know, here.
Brady with the carry.
Colby Olson
brought down by Olson
stops Brady.
4th and 4 for the Buffaloes.
Back of the ball's on the 35-yard line of Faith. 4th down and 4. Well, pretty important play in this game, isn't it? 7.5 minutes in the 3rd. Faith leads 28-16. Stanley County 0 of 2 on 4th down tonight. They're 4th and just under 4 here, just inside the Faith 35. 1 receiver each way. Man in motion is Deal. Zabe throws long down the middle for Schweitzer. He caught it at the 10-yard line, closer to the end zone. It's a 1st down and goal for Stanley County. Wide open was Barrett Schweitzer down the middle.
Pass is complete from Zabe to Schweitzer.
Big play there.
1st and goal, Buffalo.
And Schweitzer
at the 3-yard
is
line.
brought down a 32-yard gain at the Faith 3. Oh, the Buffaloes do the job on 4th down there, and they have a chance to make this a 1-score game. 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 28-16 Faith. Stanley County was once down 22-0. Zabe under center on 1st and goal at the Faith 3. Running out of the eye. Schweitzer dotted by Brady. Pitch right to Colton. Oh, look out. He's down and for a loss. Jess Harper wrapped him up outside the 5.
2-point convert.
The pitch just didn't go anywhere.
Brings up 2nd and goal for the Buffaloes.
And Brady found himself in the arms of Harper. It is spotted back at the 6-yard line. That's a loss of 3. 2nd down and goal, Stanley County at the Faith 6. Now what will they try? Near the right hash. Nobody's wide. Hansen in a slot to the right. Zabe, nobody there to hand the ball to, so Zabe had to fight ahead for a yard or 2. Somebody might have
Zabe with the carry, brought down by Selby.
the wrong way there. Caden Selby with the stop. Now, head coach Max Wolf of Stanley County is going to call his first timeout of the second half, an Integra timeout, before a big third down and goal play. 5:59 in the third. Faith 28, Stanley County 16. We'll return in 30 seconds here on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank. Providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
So Stanley County after the Integra timeout with a big third down play coming up. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Integra cooperative today. Stanley County trying to rally and have a 500 regular season, which not many people might have expected. But still down 12 here. Third and goal, the Faith 7. Halfway through the third quarter, 28-16 Faith. It is Zabe out of the snap under center. He tries to move forward, but not much as Wasey Nelson had him wrapped up by the ankles. He's able to move it forward a couple of yards to the 5-yard line. Fourth and goal, and naturally the Buffalo offense stays on the field here. Down 28-16. Brady and Hanson are sent wide to the left. Zabe alone in the backfield. The snap's high and over his head. Zabe able to take it on a bounce. Can't get rid of it. And is brought down near the 20.
Zabe is brought down by Olson. Stanley County.
Colby Olson is able to smash him.
There is a flag on
There is a flag down, so let's see what this is about. It's where the play ended. 5:15 left in the third quarter. This is an unsportsmanlike conduct against Stanley County. So that's going to improve Faith's field position. It will be
Faith will take the ball over on down.
Longhorn football.
And we'll start 1st and 10 at their 31.
All the way out to the 31. So the sack was back to the 16. And then it's the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to put it out to the Faith 31. So that gives them a little more room. Just the second penalty tonight, but they've both been the third one. They've all been 15-yarders on Stanley County. Faith is 1st and 10 from their 31, up 28-16, 5:15 left in the third. Harper, handoff. Up the middle, they go to Nelson, the fullback.
Nelson,
a yard, maybe, not much
carry.
there.
Nelson
at right guard. Wasey Nelson brought down by Nathaniel Nelson. In fact, no gain. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Faith from their 31-yard line. Now they want to think about running off some clock. 4:47 in the third quarter. They're up 28-16. Run it out of the I, and the handoff at right guard. And down to his 35-yard line is Matthew Gray, who's shouldered most of the carries tonight for Faith. Gain of 4 there to his 35. Well, ball went in on the play. And Faith with a 3rd down and 6. They're 2 for 4 on 3rd down. They haven't had many 3rd downs. Of course, they've had big plays in this game. Down to 4:14 in the third. Faith with the ball on a 28-16 lead. Their 3rd down around 6 from their 35-yard line. Receiver split to the left. They try a reverse, but Colton Brady reads it and brings down Lanny Brooks back near the 25-yard line.
Brought down by Brady.
Now, there was no chance for that play to work because Brady was waiting for Brooks. They'll
Brings up 4th and long
have the forward progress back to the 27-yard line. It's 4th down and 14. So Harper will punt. Good defensive stand there by Stanley County. Chase Hansen waits at his 44. Field position might be good here for SC. And an end-over-end kick. Hansen had it go out of his hand, but he's able to fall back on it at the 39. Ooh, and there were two Longhorns there.
By Palmer. Stanley County starts 1st and 10 at their 38-yard line.
So Hansen, that was avoiding a big disaster there. The loss is 5 on the return, but SC takes over at their just outside their 39 with 3:22 left in the third quarter. Faith is leading. It is 28-16. I'm David Burrell. Haley Hansen, our studio coordinator, we're glad to have you with us. We'll update Pierre when we get a moment. The Governors, that is. 1st and 10, Stanley County from their 39. Roll right by Zabe. Anybody open? Yeah, it's Hansen on the right side. Dives. He didn't hang on. Ooh. A slide and the ball came out of his hand at the Faith 32. Almost a wonderful diving catch by the senior. He had gotten beside Lanny Brooks, but the slide knocked the ball out of his hands. Nearly a terrific catch. They have not started the second half yet at Hollister Field at Phil Trotner Stadium. Pierre leading T area 21-17. Brian has that game on River 92.7, of course. Two receivers right, one to the left for Stanley County on 2nd and 10, just outside their 39. Hansen in motion from right to left, and they hand it to him. The sweep around the left end. Once a block, 39, no more. Again, Faith as other teams have been able to do right that play. Matthew Gray knocked him down. Gain of a yard to the 40, but still leaves 3rd down and long. 3rd and 9 for Stanley County. Missed on the last couple. Still 4-9 tonight on 3rd down. Down to 2:43 in the third. 28-16 Faith. Another important play for Stanley County on 3rd and 9 from their 40. Schweitzer slot right, two receivers right to the wide side of the field. From the left hash, snap back to Zabe. Pump fake. Throws long left sideline and incomplete, overthrew Chase Hansen. Covered well there, too, by the corner Brick Price. Couldn't quite break away from him. And that'll bring up a 4th down with 2:25 to go in the third quarter. Stanley County won't take the chance here. They'll bring Paxton Deal out and put him in punt formation. Rylan Palmer standing at his 36, somebody on the Faith side yelling, watch the fake. But yeah, this might not be the place you would think to try that. Oh, the snap goes way over the head of Deal. He's back at his 16, has to fall upon the ball. Oh, boy. Oh, that is...
Deal falls on the bad snap.
Bad there, potentially for Stanley County.
Over 1st and 10.
That is inside the 20. Faith's going to start in
at their 13
the red zone. In fact, it's all the way back at the 13-yard line of Stanley County. That's 27 yards of a loss. And Faith, with 2:19 left in the third quarter, might be in super shape now. Leading this game by a score of 28-16. Handoff to Gray. Left end, 10-yard line. Good gain, maybe near the 5. Matthew Gray is able to run forward and make his own holes. He's got some size at 6 foot and 205. Tyler Leiferman. Made the stop. 2nd down from the 7. 2nd down and about 4. Give it to Gray again. Left guard. 3-2. 1-yard line. He is not in, but he does have the first down. Near the one.
Gray with the carry, brought down by Baldwin and others.
Baldwin was first in on the play for Stanley County.
Longhorns from the Stanley County 2-yard line.
A 5-yard gain to the 2 makes it 1st and goal. Whoa, what a big turnaround there off the bad snap. 1st and goal at the for Faith at the Stanley County 2, 1:14 in the third. It is taking it straight up the middle. The quarterback, Harper, for a Faith touchdown from 2 yards out.
Harper with the carry.
So Jess Harper, who has the 3 touchdown passes tonight, now has 1 on the ground. And with 1:12 left in the third quarter, Faith takes advantage of the bad snap in the punt formation and scores on a 13-yard scoring drive. Oh, boy. Gift-wrapped Merry Christmas. 34-16 for Faith. They'll go for 2. No sign of a kicking game from this Faith team. And once again, it's Harper taking it straight up the middle. And he's in for 2. And just like that, the Faith lead is now up to 20. We'll take a break. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Faith now on top of Stanley County, 36-16 at Ole Williamson Field. More for you in 30 seconds here on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Well, the bad snap when Stanley County wanted the punt on 4th down led to the big loss. Faith was able to set up at the 13-yard line of Stanley County, took it in on 3 plays. Jess Harper with a keeper for the last one, and he ran it in for 2. 36-16, Faith now with a 20-point lead with 1:12 left in the third quarter. Jaden Hayford will kick off. Stanley County from around their 17 set up. Chase Hansen and Barrett Schweitzer. Again, Great Plains Lutheran has lost to Hitchcock-Tulare. That's a 39-point loss for Great Plains Lutheran. This would be a 39-point loss for Stanley County if they don't win. And the Buffs 2 places ahead of Great Plains Lutheran. Stanley County will play in the playoffs on Thursday. And Schweitzer from his 25 spun down after a short run back by Ryland Palmer.
Down by Palmer.
Not much there as Palmer was able to grab. Schweitzer had a little bit of trouble with the
start 1st and 10 at their 28-yard line.
Ball at his feet. And then Palmer was there to stop that play after a return of only 3. Stanley County sets up at their 28. Now down 20. They have a hill to climb now. 1:06 still left in the third quarter. They need a big play. 2 receivers to the right. Chase Hansen and Colton Brady, they are. Brady's in the slot. Hansen is wide. It's Zabe running up the middle. 30-yard line. Dives forward near the 33.
Zabe with the carry brought down by Nelson.
And on the ankle by Wacy Nelson, the linebacker for Faith. Wearing 0. That used to be not legal. Now it is in high school football. Player can wear 0. First year that has been legal. 2nd down and 5 for Stanley County from their 33. Still a fourth quarter to go, but Stanley County down 20 in their final home game of the season. Zabe runs up the middle again, puts his head down 35. There's Nelson there to meet him again. Forward across to
3rd and short for the Buffaloes.
The 37. Just short of that first down. And then I'll make it 3rd down and less than a yard. 8 seconds as they come out of their huddle. Let's see if they can snap it. 5 seconds. 4 and 3. They do snap it before the end of the third, and Zabe runs up the middle. First down. He's to the 40 and down to the 45-yard line. So Stanley County will start from there when the fourth quarter begins. At the end of 3 at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre, it's Faith 36, Stanley County 16 on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. Wagner Auto, the one place to go. Back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute here on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup? Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative.
Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTagra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTagra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
On the first play of the fourth quarter, in between two defenders.
Zabe's pass is complete.
What a catch by Caden Montana. How did that ball find him?
Stanley County gets first and 10.
Caden Montana smothered by a couple of defenders, but he's able to make that catch, and it's down to the Faith 25-yard line. Wow. How did he find that? That's a big gainer for Stanley County. And on first down to the Faith 25, they go to Brady around left end. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Brady
Matthew Gray
down by Gray
is there to stop him. There's a 30-yard gain on that play to Caden Montana. But there's no gain on this first down run by Colton Brady. Still 11:05 left. Stanley County down 20, so they need points on this drive. 36-16, Faith T area has taken the lead over Pierre. 24-21, about midway through the third at Hollister Field at Phil Trotner Stadium. That's on River 92.7. Two receivers each way. Second and 10, Stanley County. Faith 25, snack to Brock Zabe. Rolls to the right, goes for the end zone, goes for Hansen. Double covered and overthrown anyway.
Zabe's pass intended for Hansen falls incomplete. Brooks and Palmer on the defense.
Hansen stopped his route a little bit when he saw the ball was going to be wide. Third down and 10 for Stanley County. 5 of 11 on third down tonight for the Buffs. But certainly will use all 4 downs if they need them here. Down 20 still with 10:42 to play. Again, playoff action for Stanley County Thursday night. It'll be finalized over the weekend. Just check drgnews.com. On the KGFX AIDS page in the sports section, we'll have that for you. Wherever the Buffs are Thursday, we'll be there and have it for you here on KGFX. Zabe snapped directly to him, and not much. Maybe the 25, maybe the line of scrimmage, but
Zabe with the carry,
he
down by Gifford.
Was smacked by Andrew Gifford. This team leaves calling cards when they hit. They're clean, but it is a physical defensive football team for the Faith Longhorns. No gain, and Faith has fourth down. Stanley County does at Faith's 25. 10:15 left, 36-16 Faith. Stanley County trying to keep their offense on the field with a 4-receiver Zabe throws right down the middle, intercepted. Second one of the game for Ryland Palmer. Back at the 20 to the 30 to the 40 and out of bounds.
Zabe's pass intended for Gill.
Ryland Palmer has his second pick
Forced out of bounds by Zabe.
of the game.
Faith takes over first and 10.
And
at
Faith
their 43
will be at their 43 with 9:58 left. Up 36-16, and we'll see how much of the clock they try to run here. Ryland Palmer has been all over it on both sides of the field tonight. And that interception run back to his 43. Just over 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, and that one may put Faith a long way toward win number 6. Gray at left guard, 45. A lot of room midfield. Finally brought down at the 49-yard line of Stanley County by Noah Baldwin. But, boy, just keep giving it to Gray. And why not? That's carry number 17 for Matthew. And the big senior now has 133 yards. Second down, 3, little under 3. Back of the ball on midfield for Faith. Palmer set in motion. Jess Harper is back to throw. Pocket collapses, and he tries to break away from one tackle. Moves forward for a first down at the 46-yard line of Stanley County. It looked all the world like it would be a sack, but Harper scrambled his way out of that. Finally, it was Hayden Rogo that brought him down, but not until Harper was able to make a first down at the 46-yard line of Stanley County. 9 minutes left. Faith in control of this game, now up 36-16. Caden Selby is wide to the left, but they run out of the eye. Yeah, you know they're going to run the ball. Give it to Gray. 45, 40-yard line. Barrel straight ahead, down near the 37.
Gray with the carry, tripped up by Hanson and Rogo.
Just good old-fashioned smash it right at you, smash mouth football. 8 yards more, or 9 yards more to the 37-yard line. Second down and a yard for Faith. They send a wide out, but everybody in the field knows what they're going to do. Yep, handed to Gray, a left guard, broke out of an ankle tackle. First down, he's to the 34-yard line of Stanley County.
Gray with the carry, tripped up by Frost.
They'll just keep moving the clock, and they move the chains here for their 14th first down. Stanley County has 11. Over 200 yards rushing in the game for Faith, and 145 of them by Matthew Gray, the 6', 205-pound senior. Faith will be in the 9B playoffs on Thursday. Selby a wide out. Their 1st and 10 Faith at the Stanley County 34, and on a counter play, Brooks around right end, 32-yard line. Ball came out, but Brooks was down. Faith player recovered in anyway, but they will give Brooks the forward progress to the 32-yard line of Stanley County. Now down to 7:33 to go. Again, playoff action for the Buffs Thursday night. They're going to be somewhere. They'll have to make a long trip. So will we. But we'll be there and have it for you here on KGFX. Again, details over the weekend of when and where when that all becomes official. Here's a handoff. Lacey Nelson is across the 35, and the man who wears number 0 may have another first down.
Nelson with the carry.
Now a little bit short of it.
By Prince and others.
Weston Prince was the first one in on the play. Gave him a yard to the 31. Third down, 7. 6:40 left in this one on an increasingly cool night. Temperature in the 40s now. Handed off. There's Gray. Oh, ankle tackle is able to trip him up before he could gain much more than
Gray with the carry.
The 20.
Tripped up by Getty.
5, maybe close to the 24, but that's just short of the first down. Gray thought he had that first down. He's going to be about a half yard short, but Faith, and wanting to continue to run the clock. They've had the ball nearly 4 minutes on this drive. Keeps the offense out there and leading 36-16 over Stanley County. High backfield and straight ahead. It's Harper and just falls forward through an ankle tackle for another Faith first down. Nathaniel Nelson had a hand on his ankle, but Harper is able to gain the first down.
Nelson with the stop.
Down to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at the Stanley County 21-yard line.
5:43 remaining. 36-16 Faith on top. Their 1st and 10 at Stanley County's 22. Palmer a wide out, but again, you know what's coming, don't you? Yep, handoff. This time it is Lanny Brooks. Ankle tackle and maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Plays Frost was there to stop immediately. Half-yard gain, maybe. We'll give him a yard. 2nd down and 9 from the Stanley County 21-yard line. Faith came into the day at number 7 in the seed point standings, just ahead of a team that the Buffs saw earlier this season, DeSmet. So looking like the Longhorns will be at home for their first-round game on Thursday night. Now back to throw. Here is Harper. And once Palmer, little hand fighting going on there, but it's incomplete.
Deal on the defense.
Nothing called back there as Paxton Deal and Palmer were kind of leaning on one another, but they let it go. Down to 4:46 to play in this one. And it'll be 3rd down and 9 for Faith at Stanley County's 21-yard line. Well, again, it looks like, unless there's a big comeback, it'll be a 3-5 regular season. But I wouldn't have told you too many people who would have thought that was possible outside of this team. This team has, at times, played pretty good football this year. They've gone against some tough opponents. Running it ahead is Jess Harper, with Blaze Frost able to bring him down just to move the ball forward, move some more time off the clock. Down near the 16-yard line, making it 4th down at about 4. But yeah, Faith has now taken the last over 7 minutes now. In fact, about 7 or 5 minutes, I should say. About 5.5 minutes. We're down to 4.5 to go. 36-16 Faith. 4th down about 4 at the Stanley County 16. Now Harper wants to throw. Looks to the right, looks to the check down. The ball's caught by Selby. 1st down as he's brought down inside the 10-yard line.
Harper's pass is complete to Selby.
So
brought
Faith
down by Prince and others.
Will move the chains again as they move through the air. Again, when this team wants to throw the ball, they know what they're doing when they do. They've already proven that with Harper's touchdown passes to Palmer in this game. The gain was down to the 4, a 12-yard gain. 1st and goal for Faith. Trying to put this game away if they haven't done so already. Up 36-16, just over 4 minutes to play. 3 receivers to the left. Jess Harper looks that way, rolls to the left, throws to the left side near the end zone. This one is caught for a touchdown.
Harper's pass, touchdown Longhorns. Harper's pass is complete.
This finds Andrew Gifford. And the 4th touchdown pass of the game for Jess Harper makes it a 42-16.
I think that was Mr. Price on the catch.
Not Gifford, Price. Brick Price was who it was. But now with 3:55 left, drive of over 6 minutes gives Faith a 26-point lead and probably realistically puts this game in their favor once and for all. They'll go for 2. Harper with a pitch. Left Palmer is looking to throw. They tried this play before, and it's intercepted. Good play there by Colton Brady. We'll take a break. 3:55 left. Faith on their way to win number 6. They lead Stanley County 42-16 at Ole Williamson Field. Back in 30 seconds on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Well, Faith did run a lot of time off the clock. 6:03, in fact. 13 plays, 57 yards. But touchdown number 4 of the game by Jess Harper. This one to Brig Price. He's the one who caught it for the 4-yard touchdown play. 2-point conversion, no good. But Faith all over this one. 42-16 is their lead. And you look at 9B, and of course Hitchcock, Tulare, we've mentioned them. Harriet Selby area is so good, but Faith's one of these teams that you better be ready for in that classification. All right, so where does Stanley County possibly go? Now, when the day began, it was Stanley County at 15 in the seed point standings. Elkton Lake Benton was number 2. That's one possibility. There are others. Again, it'll all get sorted out after the games tonight and be announced officially over the weekend. Jaden Hayford is ready to kick. And a little end-over-end kick taken by Cash Richardson at his 37 to the 40-yard line and down to his 43.
Richardson with the return, brought down by Brooks and others.
Lenny Brooks,
football fans, next Thursday
made the first play.
Round of the playoffs. Stanley County will be on the road. Miss Braceland has indicated she'll have that up where we're going on the website as soon as she gets up tomorrow, sometime around noon.
Buffs to their 43. First down and 10 to start their possession as they'll try to just make it a little bit closer. Faith has this game, it appears, well in hand. 42-16, 3:50 remaining. 3 receivers to the left on the very short side. Brock Zabe takes the snap. Protection, throw is to the right. Getty couldn't hang on. And his 40, a little bit of a high pass. Remember, it's getting cooler all the time, so
brings up second down.
Not easy to hang on to the football at this point. 3:46 to go. Bauman Lumber will name our player of the game following this game this evening. So we'll name that in our post game, and we'll look at scores. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on the Pierre Governors in that big game with T area across the river. Second and 10, Stanley County from their 43. Low snap, Zabe able to take it, handoff to Brady, and he's brought down. And that is Jess Harper making a defensive play that time for the Faith Longhorns. Back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Brady not having a bad night, 16 carries, 80 yards, but not able to move anywhere there because Harper, who is a linebacker as well as playing quarterback, made a good play there. 3:20 left and the clock runs. Stanley County from their 43, third and 10, trailing Faith 42-16. From right to left, in purple and gold, Faith in white, black, and burnt orange. Snap back to Zabe, under some pressure, look out. Harper has him by the leg here, and now he goes down. Back near the 35-yard line, a sack for Jess Harper on top of all the other things he's done tonight. Back at the 34, that's a loss of 9 yards. And a Faith player is still on the ground and has a leg getting stretched out, which tells you it might be a cramp. It's Harper, in fact, who made the play, and he'll make his way to the sideline. But he gets a good cheer and deserved one from the Faith fans. So we won't take a timeout. Stanley County will bring the punt unit on the field and give it back to Faith. We'll try just to run the last couple of minutes of this game out. 2:24, now 2:16, 2:15 as the clock runs again. Ryland Palmer waits at his 39 on the punt of Paxton Deal. End over end, turns left. Palmer won't have a return, and it's out of bounds right at the 39-yard line of Faith with a minute 58 to go.
First and 10 at their 40-yard line.
So Stanley County at 3-5 in the regular season. But again, the win last week at Lemon, and then the loss earlier this evening by Great Plains Lutheran. And Stanley County, for the 10th consecutive year, will be a postseason team. Again, check with drgnews.com. Over the weekend, we'll let you know about everything in the playoffs, which begin on Thursday in 11B in the 9-man classes. Of course, still one more regular season game Thursday in 11 AAA. First and 10 from their 39. Lanny Brooks takes the handoff, breaks out of a tackle 40, and then is upended at around his 41 as Tyler Leiferman is able to make one more play. But here comes a flag with 1:43 remaining. Couple of yards there. But the flag came in after the play ended. for a trip.
Penalties against Stanley County.
Tyler
for
Tripp
tripping.
Not 2 minutes, it's 15 yards and a Faith first down. To the Stanley County
A first down at the Stanley
44.
County 44-yard line.
More penalties that, and it's just something you want to clean up. Again, it's not been as big a problem tonight as it has been the last few for Stanley County. First down handoff for Faith. They give it to Brig Price.
By Brady and others.
Gains a yard to the 43-yard line of Stanley County. 29 seconds left. Looks like there'll be one more play before this one's wrapped up. Our player of the game from Bauman Lumber and our Family Dental and Pier Gettysburg postgame, which is very shortly ahead because the kneel down does end it. And the Faith Longhorns have come to Fort Pier. And yeah, great running game, but the passing game provided a lot of the points. 4 touchdown passes for Jess Harper, and Faith ends this season with 6 wins. Stanley County does go on to the playoffs
The fourth quarter, your final score, the Buffalo
with a trip to take on Thursday and with a few things to fix. Our final score on the Wagner Auto scoreboard at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. The Faith Longhorns 42, the Stanley County Buffaloes 16. Regular season ends for Faith with a record of 6-2. And the Stanley County Buffaloes regular season ends with a record of 3-5 with a trip to the 9AA playoffs set first round on Thursday. Stay tuned. Our Family Dental with Pier and Gettysburg postgame comes next. We will look back at some of the numbers of this game and tell you about the scoreboard and tell you what we can. Probably won't be much about Thursday, but anyway, we'll look at it all and name our player of the game. Back with all that in 2 minutes from Ole Williamson Field. This is high school football, the KGFX page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app, and at 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Are you searching for an epic career in the healthcare field? Look no further. You can get a practical nursing degree from Lake Area Technical College right here at Capital City Campus in Pierce, South Dakota. It's close to home, affordable, hands-on learning, and relevant training, outstanding job placement with an excellent return on your investment, and one of the best nursing programs available in the region. For more information on how you can launch your healthcare career, go to lakeareatech.edu or capitalcitycampus.org.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the Central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit capitalcityfordtoyota.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Faith Longhorns had the running game going, but this team can throw the ball down the field as they proved tonight too, and they run over the Stanley County Buffaloes 42-16 here at Ole Williamson Field to close out the regular season. But again, with the Great Plains Lutheran loss to Hitchcock to Laird, that is sure that Stanley County will be a playoff team in 9AA. 9AA, and they will play on Thursday night on the road. Matthew Gray, a big game running the ball, 20 carries, 151 yards. For Faith, he had a touchdown. Harper had a rushing touchdown, but he also had 4 touchdown passes, 3 to Ryland Palmer and 1 to Brig Price. Brock Zabe had both of the Buffalo touchdowns on runs. Colton Brady with 80 yards on 16 carries. Let's name our Bauman Lumber player of the game, and we will do that. Tell you who gets the T-shirt when we return to Fort Pierre in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
Grossenberg Implement realizes it's been a dry year and wants everyone to be safe out there this year during the harvest season. So this week, Grossenberg Implement is offering a 10% discount on fire extinguishers during Fire Prevention Week. Get one for the house, farm, grain bins, vehicles, or even your John Deere equipment. Just ask any one of Grossenberg Implement's parts staff for more information in any of their locations.
Well, give it to Jess Harper. This is a steady quarterback for Faith. He was 6 of 9, 97 yards on the 4 scores tonight. Found that speedy receiver Ryland Palmer for 3 of them. Harper made fine plays on defense too. Jess Harper will receive a T-shirt. He is our Bauman Lumber player of the game. For Stanley County, the offense, bogged down a little bit by a good Faith defense tonight. And they end the regular season with a record of 6-2 and move on. Again, should be at home on Thursday night in the 9B playoffs. But we now know that Stanley County will be in the 9AA playoffs, and we know that they will be on the road because of the loss by Great Plains Lutheran to Hitchcock-Tulare 52-0. They started today 17th in the seed point standings. Kimball White Lake earlier today defeated Bennett County by a score of 53-0. So Kimball White Lake should be all right to move ahead in the playoffs. What we know Stanley County is because they were ahead of both of those teams. They were 15th. Kimball White Lake was 16th. Great Plains Lutheran 17th. So we'll see how that shakes out because it was just only a little tiny bit of the lead in the seed points for Kimball White Lake. But none of that matters to Stanley County because they know they will be on the road and in the postseason on Thursday. Again, wherever they are, we'll be there too. Kimball White Lake, a winner today over Bennett County, 53-0. Platte Geddes was defeated today at Canastota, 22-8. Phillip ends the regular season 7-1. Good year for the Scotties, 50-0 as they blew out White River tonight. 9A teams. Lemon only needed a half, 60-7. The Raiders beat Lemon McIntosh in Presho this evening. 9B earlier today, it was Potter County beating Sunshine Bible Academy 42-14. Battlers, a little bit of a rough year, but playing better late in the year, and they will go to the postseason. Harriet Selby area ends 8-0 in the regular season, 50-0. They defeated Britton Hecla. Sully Buttes is leading Corsica Stickney. In fact, the Chargers starting to pull away in this game, 32-14, just underway in the fourth quarter. That game being played in Oneida. Sully Buttes will have a home game on Thursday night in the first round. Pure Governors have taken the lead again over T Area, 28-24. That's with 8 minutes left at Hollister Field at Phil Troutner Stadium. It appears this is the game everyone thought it would be. Brian Oakland has that, of course, on River 92-7. 11A tonight. Chamberlain in need of a victory, tied with Millbank at 8 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The finish of that game with Darren on KPLO. Chamberlain needs to win to have any playoff hopes before their regular season ends next Thursday. In 11B tonight, end of the season for Miller Highmore Herald. And they're leading at home over Trip Delmont Armor, Andy Central, Dakota Christian 28-16 with 5 minutes to go in the third. Winner went to Mount Vernon Plankinton. They did it again. Rolled over the Titans, 34-8, 31 straight wins for the Warriors. 8-0, another unbeaten regular season. Mobridge Pollock leading Groton area with 10 minutes left in Mobridge, 24-12. Will it be enough for the Tigers to improve enough to make it into the postseason? We'll see. They were tied for 18th in the seed point standings going into today. Again, check drgnews.com over the weekend in the sports section of the KGFX page. And we'll have those pairings for you. Just check on it through the weekend, and you'll know where everyone will be. And again, wherever Stanley County is on Thursday night, we'll be there and have it for you right here on 1060, 103.1 KGFX. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to keep your eyes on the road, not on your phone. High school football, 1060, 103.1 KGFX, brought to you by Yesway, Avera, St. Mary's Hospital, First Dakota National Bank, Sioux Nation in Fort Pierre, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Pierre Regional Airport, Access Health, Fort Pierre, Fisher Rounds & Associates, Insurance and Real Estates, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Purding Electric, Edgewood Healthcare, and Venture Communications. And these in-game sponsors help bring you high school football on KGFX, Potsdam Agency, State Farm Insurance. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, you know, they remind you to keep your eyes on the road and not on your phone. Also, Montana Dakota Utilities, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Linz Dakota Martin Fort Pierre, Agtegra, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto. Thanks to Athletic Director Keely Braceland here at Stanley County High School, to Brian Benning for taking care of the video, and to young Haley Hansen. She's now a second-generation broadcaster. Thanks to her for being our studio coordinator, and to Chuck Hansen for his assistance. I'm David Burrell. Stanley County is playoff bound, but they end the regular season with a loss. A good faith Longhorn team did the job tonight. Final score one more time at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. The Faith Longhorns 42, the Stanley County Buffaloes 16. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend. Good night from the banks of the Bad River in Fort Pierre. ABC News next.